It's time to spark your creativity so you can share your love. I had to play with some of my embossing powder and my pearls for this card. And it was, of course, in one of the colors that I was trying to get as close as possible to my mother-in-law's favorite color. List of supplies is below if you're on my blog. There's a link for my blog if you're on my YouTube channel, and my white card will flash by as I head to the craft table. I'll see you there. So here is Mother's Day card. I did this one in more mustard. I don't know if you saw my Mother's Day card I did a couple days ago, where I did the embossing with the white embossing powder and then colored over it with the Stampin' Right markers. But I'm going to do it again with this one. So this is just white embossing powder on top of the shimmering white cardstock. So I have a piece, and it does shimmer. You can see the shimmer better in person than you can on camera. It is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I am going to take my Versamark, my flowers, from the Bloom with Hope Hostess stamp set. And I'm going to stamp this on there a couple of times. I'm not going to get too picky or wrapped around the axle as to where I put it. So, go. 1. And 2. And let's try extending that down a little. There we go. All right, grab yourself some scrap paper, because this works best when you're doing the embossing powder. And try to be better than me and remember to use the embossing buddy first, because it takes away any of the grease or the static that's attached to the card, and it makes your Versamark and your embossing powder stick better. And it doesn't work to do it afterwards. I've tried. So there we go. You can kind of see it if I hit it in the light just right, and it kind of looks powdery because it is a powder, and I gotta melt it. So put my powder back in my little container. And grab my handy dandy embossing tool. And there you go. That's what it looks like after you've embossed it. Thing to do now is to color. So there we go. Now I've got the flowers colored in with Wisteria Wonder, Stampin' Right marker, and Lucky Limeade. Now to do this, I need to stamp the Happy Mother's Day on my Wisteria Wonder and emboss again. So, embossing buddy. Because the embossing powder will stick to anything that is sticky, or oil from your skins or something like that. So if you hit the piece of paper with the embossing buddy, which is full of powder, then it'll keep the embossing powder from sticking to stuff that it's not supposed to. And you won't end up with these little embossing mishaps. All right. Versamark. Go. Scratch paper. And then just kind of dump it on there. got my Happy Mother's Day on there. Now I'm going to cut this down, and then I was trying to do my new label punch, and I didn't like the way it was looking, so I had to figure out something else. So what I did was, that was my tag punch, not my label punch. I grabbed my decorative label punch and cut it down so that I could slide it in there and then just use it to cut the edges. Slide it in like so. Line it up where you want it. And punch. And if you go from the bottom of the punch, you won't cut everything. You just cut what you want. I'm just going to grab some snail, put it on. All right, and then attach it to the front. There we go. Then I'm going to put some pearls on. I took, and with this one, I used I used the More Mustard Stampin' Write marker, and I colored the 2 pearls on each side just to give them a little bit of a tint because they weren't really showing up on the cards very well. So if you just grab the Stampin' Write marker, and I'm going to do the big one in the Wisteria Wonder, and I'm going to do little tiny ones and just color them right on there. Grab my other one and do like a lemonade. Actually, I should have done 2 little green ones and 1 big purple one. There we go. It's trying to run away from me. Let's do another little green one real quick. And there we go. I have my Mother's Day card in More Mustard and another one in Wisteria Wonder. And you can use your favorite color and just have some fun. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please remember to hit like and subscribe. And I'll see you for the next project. Bye.